Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our press conference with LFC Women Interim Head Coach Amber Whiteley ahead of an exciting weekend as we look ahead to an Adobe FA Cup semi-final and a trip to Chelsea on Saturday. It's a hybrid conference as usual with some people in the room and some on Zoom, and we'll start in the room with Ian Kennedy from BBC Radio Merseyside. Ian?
Hi Amber. Obviously a huge weekend ahead, but just first of all, having had the international break, have you got everyone back? Are they all fitting well? How are you looking for the weekend?
The majority have come back fitting well. Kerry returned early from international duty. She is not as bad as first thought, but we're still taking it day by day with her at the moment. Olivia Smith has been back in from training, so that's good news, and she should be available to play a part this weekend. Has
Kerry got a chance for the weekend, or is she out?
No, she's going to take a little bit longer.
So a semi-final, which I'm sure everyone is looking forward to. What's the feeling? Is there a confidence after what happened against Arsenal and getting through that tie?
Yeah, I think we've taken really good confidence from that quarter-final against Arsenal. And the result in the league against Man United too. We've shown against the top teams that we can compete, and if we execute our game plan, we can cause Chelsea problems on the day.
Yeah, obviously I know you probably won't tell us what the game plan is specifically, but what is the hope? Is it to keep everything tight in the first 20 minutes to get off to a good solid start?
I think it's about the details within the game plan and executing. We're going to have balance within our play, so we're going to have moments or spells without the ball. We'll have to remain organised and disciplined with our out of possession shape, but we've got to be really brave and believe when we do have the ball, and threaten Chelsea when we have the opportunity to do so.
The game obviously is at Kings Meadow. The task is a big one anyway, but do you have to blank out the fact that you're effectively the away team, or is that a factor in this game at all?
I think on the whole we've travelled well away this season, so it'll be good atmosphere I think at Kings Meadow on Saturday. They always tend to pack it out, similar to what it was like at Boreham Wood against Arsenal, so we enjoyed that challenge, and we'll look forward to it on Saturday.
It has been a while for Liverpool in the Cup, so what would it mean for everyone really, for the whole club to get through?
I think it's a really exciting prospect being one away from Wembley, and that's the incentive for definite. But the full focus has got to be on the game and the task in hand. But yeah, first time we've been in a semi-final for 8 years, so great achievement in itself, but we want to put absolutely everything in on Saturday and give ourselves the best possible chance of progressing to the final.
Good luck, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ian. And we'll go off on Zoom and we'll go to Ellie Thomason from BBC Sport. Ellie?
Hi Amber, hope you're okay.
Hi Ellie.
I just wanted to ask, kind of like on paper with the 4 teams left in the competition, do you sort of feel like Liverpool are the underdogs now in the FA Cup?
I think if we perform on the day, I honestly believe that we can beat anyone in front of us. Chelsea have got, quality all over the pitch. They're a world-class side, but if we execute the game plan, we know we can cause some problems.
And obviously you mentioned the confidence you can take from the result in the Cup against Arsenal, and obviously that brilliant league win against United. After that, there's been the league defeat to Arsenal. I just wondered what you've kind of learned from that game, going into a game against Chelsea, who play, similar style of play. What are you hoping to do to kind of? You said that day it wasn't like Liverpool, it wasn't a typical Liverpool performance, but have you been working on things to ensure they don't race to that early lead?
Was that the Arsenal game you were asking about there, Ellie?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I think on the day we were slightly off it, and Arsenal were on it. I thought they were brilliant. I thought the movement, the detail and the passing and their overall play was brilliant, and they didn't give us a minute on the ball. So we expect another difficult test on Saturday. But if we get the details right, particularly without the ball, we know we can frustrate Chelsea and cause them a problem, especially on transition. So it's about getting those small details right that we prepare for and we go out and train and put into practice, but we've got to do it on the day.
And just lastly, you said you hope Olivia Smith's going to be available in the squad. I just wondered, like, she's been so impressive this season, particularly in that game against United recently. Can you just give us like a bit of an insight what she's kind of like as a person and a player, both on and off the pitch?
She's a wonderful person. Off the pitch, she is very humble and down to earth, and a really important member of our playing group, and well liked and well loved by everyone. And I think she's got a hunger and a desire to learn and to want to get better. She's been fantastic for us, but there's still so much more to come from her, which is so exciting.
Thanks so much and all the best for this weekend.
Thanks, Ellie.
Thanks, Ellie. And we'll go to Kit Shepherd from The Times. Kit?
Hi, Amber. Nice to see you.
Hi, Kit.
How important is this weekend's game, the FA Cup semi-final, in terms of like showing Liverpool's, I suppose, longer term trajectory and where it's for all and just beyond the cup?
Sorry, Kit, I lost you in part of that question there.
Just I was asking about how important you feel this game is on Saturday, about kind of showing where Liverpool are heading long term. Like, what's the significance of this game beyond just trying to reach a Wembley final?
Yeah, I think we want to give a good account of ourselves on Saturday. We want to give ourselves the best possible chance of progressing through to the final. So it'll be a good marker to show where we're at currently. But week on week, Kit, we want to get better and we want to improve this side. I think we made great progress in that first block of games, and we want to keep moving forward week on week. So yes. An important marker for us on Saturday, and lots to play for, but every week we want to be better and we want to improve.
And I appreciate what you said to Ellie about you really believe that you're not the underdogs and that you can win this game. But if you look at the 4 semi-finalists this season, you've got 4 kind of the biggest clubs in the country, really. But then if you look at the kind of recent years, Liverpool do look like the odd one out amongst those 4 in terms of what they've been able to achieve. Can you explain why that's been, in your opinion?
Well, look, I can only speak from my experience of being in the position where I'm in now. We've got a really talented playing group here. We come into Melwood, we train at one of the best facilities in the league, and the support that I've had from across the club since I've been in this role has been second to none. I've not wanted for anything. So I fully believe that we're moving in the right direction. Yes, there's still work to do to where we want to get to, but yeah, I'm confident that we're moving in the right direction and we're making good progress in that respect.
What kind of specifically do you think Liverpool needs to do, I suppose, so that in years to come you're not having to deal with questions like, are you underdogs compared to Chelsea and the 2 Manchester clubs? What maybe needs to change on that front?
Honestly, Kate, I think it's we continue to do what we're doing now. We're looking to improve across all areas. We're reviewing the processes both on and off the pitch. And, it's not just about resource and how much money's put in. It's about making the very best and maximising the resource that you've got currently. I think before you look to put anything else in. So, yeah, we're looking at those processes and looking how we can improve across each area.
Cool. And just finally on that, like you say, it's not all about resources and money. Like, how kind of easy is it to, I suppose, keep that mentality when you see, say, Chelsea spending all the money they did in January, or maybe other clubs investing heaps and heaps of money? How is it to kind of, as I say, stir that mentality of it's not all about the route?
I think it's about staying concentrated on yourselves and looking at what you have got and reviewing, reflecting what we're doing well, what areas can we improve on, and it's a continuous process. So I think that's where we're at as a club. We're always looking to improve and to be better. We've got brilliant support, fantastic facilities here, brilliant playing group already, and we want to keep improving on what we've already got. We're moving in a good direction, and that's going to keep continuing.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Kit.
And we'll go to Dan Pendlin, WSL full-time. Dan?
Hi, Amber, hope you're well.
Hi, Dan.
Obviously, Chelsea are kind of experts when it comes to semi-finals. They've played in that many, in recent years. You said yourselves that, it's a long time since Liverpool have been in the semi-finals. So how do you kind of bridge that kind of experience gap or the difference in experience between your squad and Chelsea when it comes to playing in a semi-final?
I think you take experiences from playing against the top teams in the league. I think that's for one. And then we take good experience and good confidence from that quarter-final game against Arsenal. So, yeah, I think if we perform and execute our game plan on Saturday, it gives us the best possible chance.
And just in terms of Chelsea, obviously, when Sonia came in, they were, the kind of, in fabulous form, winning every game. And, maybe since the turn of the year, they maybe found things, maybe a little bit more difficult. Obviously, teams, you look at what Brighton and West Ham have done recently, even the likes of Everton and Palace have given them a really good game. So, have you seen kind of any difference in Chelsea, or, does it kind of give you confidence the way that some of those sides have played against them more recently?
Yeah, I think you take learnings from those games for sure. I think Sonia's done a brilliant job since she's coming at Chelsea. They were already a successful side, Dan, but she's taken them to another level again. But yeah, in recent games, we have to look at the teams that have taken points off them and have done well there and take learnings from those games. And yeah, it definitely gives you the confidence and belief that, we can go there and do the same.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Amber. Best of luck.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. And we'll come back into the room and come to Claire Tweed from Mersey Sport Live. Claire?
Hi, Amber. There's been a lot of complaints surrounding the recent international break and the timing of it. I was just wondering, do you think they should maybe move that international break or remove it just to take away the stress on players?
I think it's a busy period for sure, but it's the same for both sides, for us and Chelsea, and it's the hand that you dealt with. I think if you're in this stage of the competition, this time of the season, it's what you have to expect and deal with. So yes, it's a challenge to get the same level of detail in your preparation and in training across that you would do in across a full game week, a full training week. But you have to find ways around that. And yeah, I think, like I said before, it's the same for both sides. And Chelsea will have, lots of players returning today, tomorrow. But we make the best of what we've got available to us.
Thank you. And then, how important do you think reaching an FA Cup final would be for the growth of women's football in Liverpool, especially?
Yeah, I think it would be huge for our following, for our fan base. So we'll give absolutely everything to try and get there and give our fans, a performance to be really proud of and a day to look forward to at Wembley, hopefully.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Claire. And Ellie, from on the spot. Everything's been it's always the way when you go last. So I think that concludes our press conference today. Thank you very much for coming on, everyone. I know we're seeing some of you at Kings Meadow on Saturday, but for everyone else, enjoy your football wherever you see it this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.